Hey artists, it's Miss Kit and welcome back to Miss Kit's Art Room, where we will doodle, exercise, look at art, and even have a snack together. But before we get started, let's go over the art room mantra to get our minds and bodies ready. Repeat after me. I am positive.
I am positive.
I am creative.
I am creative.
I am mindful.
I am mindful.
I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am an artist.
I am an artist.
Great! Well done, artist. Now it's time to...
Hello? Miss Kit, you forgot the word of the day.
I almost forgot the word of the day. Everyone say, hey Mona.
Hey Mona,
What's the word of the day?
what's the word of the day?
The word of the day is texture. Texture is the way something feels to touch or looks to the eye. In art, artists create different surfaces that can be felt or create the illusion of how something might feel. Bumpy, soft, prickly, or wet. Artists use other ingredients of art to help create different texture.
Thanks, Mona. Now for the word of the day. Every time you hear the word texture, I want you to make this sound. Chicka-chicka. Got it? Good. Now, as I was saying, it's time to tune in to see Duchess doodle and see what she's doodling now.
Oh, hello, my lovely artistic cherubs. Oh, it's so marvelous to have you here with me in the art room today. Oh, and we're going to go on an artistic journey. Oh, yes, my dears. Today, we're going to be exploring texture. Chicka-chicka. Oh, yes, my darlings. Oh, but what is texture? Well, let's have a think. When I roll my lovely fingers and I touch my lovely cuffs here, oh, it feels so very smooth. And when I rub my fingers over this bit of my fabric here, it feels a little bit bumpy. And when I touch my little doodle here, oh, it feels a little bit spiky. And I've got a little doodle at the back here, and oh, this little doodle feels a little bit furry. Aha! Yes, my friends. When we talk about texture, we are thinking and describing the surface. Yes, the way the surface looks, or maybe how the surface feels. I wonder, how do artists use texture in their artworks? And how do they show it? Let's go on a quick exploration and see what we can find out. And then we might create some textures of our own. Hooray! Chicka-chicka! Aha! Hello, little fella. Now this is a painting by Albrecht Dürer. Yes, my friends, it's not a real rabbit, it's a painting. But when we look at his fur, it looks like Albrecht has stuck the fur on top. It's so realistic. So yes, sometimes artists use clever painting techniques or drawing techniques to give the illusion of a surface. But it's actually not really real fur. But let's take a look at another kind of texture. Aha! Look at this one. Now this isn't a painting or a drawing, but it's a sculpture. And if we look, the artist has carved into the clay and created the feeling of the surface. So if I was to actually touch this sculpture, I would feel the kind of texture of the fur of the rabbit. Amazing what artists do. Now let's go and have some fun ourselves with some watercolor and see what textures we can create. Off we go, my friends!
Chugga chugga! Our magical texture exploration will need our watercolors, a pot of water half full, a soft paintbrush, and then some bubble wrap, a little bit of glad wrap or cling film, and some rice. Right, my lovely artist, what are we going to do with all these lovely materials? Well, let's start off by waking our paint up. Get our brush ready with our water. And let's not use black today, let's stick with the colours. Okay, so I'm going to pop my brush in, wake that yellow paint up. Sometimes you've got to tickle it for a while to make sure the colour's coming through. And dibbly-dabbly-dobbly, making sure that that paint is nice and wet. I find when I dabble with it, it leaves a nice wet space for the magic later on. And now, let's take a little bit of the rice and sprinkle it on our little wet section. There we go. Let's jump into the pink. Tickle it really well, because you want that colour to show up. Oh, tickle, tickle, tickle. There we go. Oh, look how strong it is now. And let's try a little bit of the purple. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Keeping it nice and wet. And now, oh, let's try a little bit of the bubble wrap. Oh, make sure you stick the bubbly side down. Excellent. There we go. Let's try some green. Oh, it's lovely to see all the colours sort of starting to blend into each other. And let's try some blue. And now the cling wrap. Let's get that. Scrunch it a little bit and then flatten it down. Oh, I can see some excitement happening already. And you can just finish off how you like with little sprinkles of rice and cling film and bubble wrap, however you like, my friends. There we go. When you've covered all of your surface, you can put it aside to dry and get excited about the magic that's going to happen. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's remove the cling wrap first. Oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? And look at the bibbly-bobbly texture created by our bubble wrap. And some more cling wrap magic. Oh, and let's take a look at the rice. Well, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Let's take a look closely. Oh, and look, you can really see all those different textures and surfaces created by just cling film, bubble wrap and rice. Oh, wonderful. Now it's your turn, my friends. Off you go. Doodle! Chugga chugga! Thanks, Duchess, for showing us how to use those neat watercolor techniques to create texture.
Chicka chicka!
Chicka chicka!
Chicka chicka! Say it's time to tune in to start sweating to the elements with Tanya McFlurry. Let's see what element she's sweating to now. Hey dudes and dudettes, it's Tanya McFlurry, and I'm here to get your body moving, get your body grooving, and start sweating to the elements of art. The word of the day is Texture, but instead of saying it, we will replace it with the word potato chips. That's right, dudes and dudettes, so get your keister up off that couch. Yeah, I'm talking to you, and let's start sweating to the elements. Let's start with our warm-up and move side to side. Repeat after me. The elements of art. Oh yeah, they make me wanna move side to side. Move side to side. Now let's add those elements in 5, 6, 7, 8. Line, shape, space, color, potato chips, value, and form, form, perform. Great job. Now let's start to use our body to make different potato chips. Repeat after me. Crunchy potato chips. Your turn. Crunchy potato chips. Great job. Greasy potato chips. Now you. Greasy potato chips. One more. Crispy potato chips. Crispy potato chips. Oh yeah! Well done, dudes and dudettes. Now let's put it all together and speed it up. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Crunchy potato chips, greasy potato chips, crispy potato chips. Faster now.
Crunchy potato chips, greasy potato chips, crispy potato chips, and faster. Crunchy potato chips, greasy potato chips, crispy potato chips.
Tanya, are you okay? Nope, I am just fine. I am fine. You know what? You guys do another bit of the potato chips workout. I think I left the pantry over. I'm gonna go check that out. All right, we'll see ya. Okay, yeah, go have a rest and close the pantry door. And thanks for showing us how to use our bodies to make different potato chips. Say, it's time to see Venus McArtsy. Let's see what art she's looking at now. Hey, rock stars. It's Venus McArtsy, and I'm in front of a very famous painting by the artist Jackson Pollock. But instead of talking about him, I thought we could sing about him. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this funky tune.
It's coming out of the can and it's flowing just fine. Gotta get down to paint it right. It started out with a drip. How did it end up like this? It was only a drip. It was only a drip. Now it's flowing together in harmony like autumn rhythm number 30. Building up layer by layer. I'm on my knees just like a prayer. Painting without a care. Letting it go. I'm painting like Jackson Pollock. Chaos in control. Action painting, dripping and splattering. Lines and colors electrified. Number 1, 2, 4, and 5. Paint everywhere is the price I pay. This destiny is calling me. Put that canvas on the ground. Painting like Pollock. Action painting like Jackson Pollock.
Ha Okay, rock stars, I've got a challenge for you. We will create a painting inspired by Jackson Pollock. What you will need is 3 cups of the same color paint, black and white paint, water, paper, and some tools to do some action painting with. You also need to cover the surfaces where you're working and cover yourself not to get paint everywhere. Let's get started. We will be creating different colors of paint, adding black and white to one color. We start by thinning down the paint. Now I'm using poster paint, which works well. Acrylic paint can also work well, but it can be quite thick, so we need to thin it down with a bit of water. Here I'm adding white to the red to make a tint of red, making my color lighter. Add a little bit more white and give it some water to make it a lot more thinned out, less thick, so I can drip and splatter with it during my action painting. I can try creating even lighter tint of red by adding a teeny tiny bit of red to the white. I've now created a lighter tint of red, also known as pink. Time to make a shade of red. I put a little bit of black in there, stir it, mix it, and I've got a shade of red, a darker hue of the same color. Add a little more water to thin that out so it splatters better. And we're ready to start action painting. Let's listen to that tune again because it was so funky, and do a little bit of singing while we paint.
It's coming out of the can and it's flowing just fine. Gotta get down to paint it right. It started out with a drip. How did it end up like this? It was only a drip. It was only a drip. Now it's flowing together in harmony like autumn rhythm number 30.
there you have it, rock stars. You created an action painting inspired by Jackson Pollock with a bumpy, lumpy surface, creating lots of texture. Well done. Chicka-chicka. Wow! Thanks, Venus, for showing us that Jackson Pollock used action painting to create bumpy and uneven surfaces on his canvas. Hey, it's time to say hi to Peggy and Joe. Let's tune in to see what the arpeggios are up to.
Hi, kids. I'm Peggy. And I'm Joe. And we're the Arpeggios. La 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 la. It's music time. Hey, Peggy, before we do our music time, let's sneak into Chef Campbell's kitchen for a snack.
Good idea, Joe. For some reason, I'm really craving potato chips.
Oh, look, you left out some snacks for us. Yay!
Oh, my favorite, potato chips. I knew there was a reason I was feeling so hungry.
Huh, what kind of sound would you call that?
Crunchy.
Ooh, definitely crunchy.
Texture is something you can hear too.
Wow, I wonder what other sounds we can make around the kitchen.
Let's look around.
Actually, Peggy, can you go get me a knife to cut these vegetables?
Okay, Joe.
Shh, let's play a little trick on Peggy. I'm gonna make a sound and see if she can guess what it is.
Joe, what was that?
Can you guess?
Can I hear it one more time?
Okay, no peeking. Now, what kind of sound would you call this?
Pointy. And I think I know how you made it. Is that the sound of a metal straw hitting a glass?
It is! Good job, Peggy. Ooh, and I loved the word you used to describe the sound's texture. Chicka-chicka. Pointy.
I love this game. Now, let's play with all of you out there. Our game has a rule, though.
Oh no, Peggy, a rule?
Yes, Joe, a rule.
Okay. I'll make a mystery sound.
Yeah, and then you guess what made the sound. And you have to use a word to describe the texture.
Listen up, what can it be? Listen to the texture. Listen up, what can it be? Listen up and guess with me.
Okay, your turn, Joe. Can you guess what she's doing? It's wet. Can you guess this one? It's scratchy. Listen closely. It's sharp and choppy.
Listen up, what can it be? Listen to the texture. Listen up, what can it be? Listen up and guess with me.
My recipe says I need one of these. Can you guess what it is? It's crackly. One more. This one's a challenge. Can you guess what it is? It's smooth. I'm finally full.
Listen up, what can it be? Listen to the texture. Listen up, what can it be? Listen up and guess with me.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Hey, you get off me. Out, you cheeky wee lasses. Chef Campbell will be right mad having you in his kitchen making a mess. Get out, I say. No more snacks for you. Out, out, out.
Thanks, Peggy and Joe. That was a really fun game, guessing the different foods and textures.
Chicka chicka.
Chicka chicka.
Chicka chicka. Chicka chicka. Artists, I've had a great time with you in the art room. We doodled and created different surfaces with watercolor techniques. We exercised with Tanya McFlurry. We looked at the artwork of Jackson Pollock. And we even had some potato chips together. Don't forget to make art, be art. And tune in next time to Miss Kit's Art Room. Bye-bye.